This is the color wheel, and you may already be familiar with it from seeing it before, but we're going to work through all the terms, phrases, and different ways to categorize color and graphic design, so you know the difference between hues, tones, tints, and shades. There is a downloadable cheat sheet that lists all of the terms we use in this lesson, so you can study it in more detail later on. First of all, color can either be warm or cool, depending on where it falls on the color wheel, with warmer colors being your orange, yellows, and reds, and cooler colors being your greens, blues, and purples. The three primary colors are red, yellow, and blue, and you can use these three colors to create what are called secondary colors, which are orange, purple, and green. For instance, mixing red and blue together make up purple, and yellow and blue together make green. So the term color. This term is used to describe any color we see, whether it's a hue, shade, tone, or tint. So what is a hue? This is a general color family our color belongs to, and you'll notice the absence of grays, blacks, and whites. This only includes color. Hues come in a few main categories: yellow, orange, red, violet, blue, and green. And if you're looking at a maroon color, for example, you would say it has a red hue. And this color, for instance, has both a yellow and a green hue. You may have heard the term tint, along with the term shade. A tint is the presence of a hue, in this example, a green hue with only white added to it. The more tint or white you add to the hue green, the lighter it becomes. And shade is just the opposite, with the addition of just black to a single hue. In this case, we're increasing the shade of purple to get a richer, darker looking purple color. A large amount of shade or black added to a color can make it look almost black, but can still maintain its base hue, like in this example of this rich black looking color with a little hint of the hue blue. And lastly, not to overwhelm you with new terms, but there's something called a tone as well. A tone is the same thing as a tint or a shade, but it's with any hue and the color gray added to it. As graphic designers, color harmony is what we can really find useful for helping us find color combinations that work well for our designs. Now that we know what tints, shades, and tones and hues are, we can talk a little bit more in detail about how to create different color harmonies. Here are the main color harmonies. First off, there's analogous colors. These are colors that are closest together on the color wheel, and since they're so close together on the wheel, they tend to have less contrast and be less dramatic in appearance, giving the color palette a nice, calm feeling. Take, for instance, this nice sunset color palette. They are all fairly close together on the wheel, spanning from red to orange. Complementary is the next one, and you may have heard of this one before. These hues exist on the opposite side of the color wheel, and these colors have the highest amount of contrast to each other, making it tricky to use at times. The most commonly seen complementary color is green and red, most often associated with Christmas time, and another one is purple and gold, a popular color combo for sports teams, and it demands one's attention. Split complementary, or some use the term compound harmony, is the same as complementary colors, but with one hue splitting into two nearby colors instead. What this does is make one color less dramatic, giving you an easier color palette to work with a little bit less contrast than pure complementary colors. The next color harmony we're going to review is monochromatic. Monochromatic colors are a single hue on the color wheel but contain different shades and tints of that same hue. Tints and shades are the addition of white and black to a hue or base color. In this case, we can see monochromatic color palette for a hue of the color blue. And notice how some of the colors are darker with the addition of black, and others add a wider, lighter color to the blue. Monochromatic colors work really well because of this, and they all contain just one hue or base color, and that means this is a very flexible color harmony, as you don't have to worry about multiple color hues. Next up is the triad harmony. This harmony contains three colors that are evenly spaced around the color wheel. This is the most vibrant, strong color harmony of the bunch, and it can be tough to use if all three colors compete with each other. I find this vibrant color option or color harmony more useful for designs that need a more youthful, energetic option, like a children's event. And not all three colors with this harmony have to be pure hues. You can add a little bit of shade, which is black, or tint, which is white, or tone, which is gray, to one or two of these colors to tone it down, and to make the colors a little less vibrant. The key to this color harmony is to let one or two colors lead the way and make the third color less strong. When choosing colors for a brand, logo, or design, finding out which color harmony works best is a great way to get started. And there's a great website called color.adobe.com, which has been featured throughout this lesson. And it's a free place to try to find out what color harmony might be right for your next project. You can explore different color trends, and you also have the ability to upload a photo and find the perfect color palette by using that photo as an inspiration.